Today we will immerse ourselves in a world where music meets opera, and restraint is shattered against a wall of extravagance. We will talk about a man who became one of the greatest frontmen in rock history. A voice capable of conquering a stadium, and a personality who was always one step ahead of his time. This is the story of Freddie Mercury. How a modest boy with the exotic name Ferik Balsara from Zanzibar became an immortal legend who conquered the whole world. Ferik Balsara was born in 1946 on the island of Zanzibar, which was then a British protectorate. His family belonged to the Parsi people, who practiced Zoroastrianism, and this heritage always remained part of his identity. At the age of 8, he was sent to India to a prestigious boarding school, where he began his musical journey. It was there that he earned the nickname Freddie, which would later become his stage name. At school, he formed his first band and began to show his incredible talent. However, in 1964, his family was forced to move to London to escape the Zanzibar Revolution. It was a difficult time for the young Freddie. In England, he struggled to adapt. But it was here that his passion for music and art reignited with renewed vigor. He enrolled at Ealing Art College, where he studied graphic design, and this passion would later be reflected in his work on logos and album covers for Queen. In the late 1960s, Freddie immersed himself in London's vibrant music scene. He met guitarist Brian May and drummer Roger Taylor, who played in the band Smile. Freddie was convinced that they had potential, but needed a new concept. In 1970, he persuaded them to change their name to Queen, suggesting an image of royal grandeur and flamboyance. With the arrival of bassist John Deacon in 1971, the legendary lineup was finally complete. Freddie was the driving force behind the band. He came up with not only its name, but also its famous logo. He had incredible vision, combining elements of hard rock, glam, opera, and even musical theater in his music. Queen quickly became popular, but their real triumph came in 1975 with the release of the album A Night at the Opera and its main gem, the song Bohemian Rhapsody. This 6-minute masterpiece, combining opera aria, rock ballad, and heavy metal, forever changed perceptions of what popular music could be. After the success of Bohemian Rhapsody, Queen became superstars, and Freddie Mercury became one of the greatest showmen in history. His stage image was unique. He wore bright, extravagant costumes and moved with incredible grace and plasticity. He knew how to control the crowd, turning every concert into an unforgettable event. His famous manner of communicating with the audience, where he made thousands of people sing along with him, became his trademark. The culmination of his stage craft was his performance at the Live Aid charity concert in 1985. At Wembley Stadium, he and Queen put on a spectacular performance that is still considered one of the greatest in rock history. In 20 minutes, they won over the audience and the whole world, proving that they belonged at the top. In the 1980s, Freddie also began a solo career. His collaboration with opera diva Montserrat Cabal and the recording of the album Barcelona were further proof of his boundless talent and love of classical music. Behind the crazy stage image was a fragile and complex personality. In his personal life, Freddie was a very private person. His main love and closest friend throughout his life was Mary Austin. Their romance ended, but their friendship remained unbreakable. It was to her that he bequeathed most of his fortune. In the late 1980s, Freddie's health began to deteriorate, and his appearance raised more and more questions. He was one of the first global celebrities to be diagnosed with AIDS. He courageously hid his illness from the public, continuing to work on his music as long as he had the strength. He spent the last months of his life recording songs for the posthumous album Made in Heaven, demonstrating his unyielding will and dedication to his art. Freddie Mercury passed away on November 24, 1991, one day after making an official statement about his illness. He was only 45 years old. His death was a tragedy for the whole world. But his legacy lives on. Freddie Mercury's voice will forever remain in the hearts of millions. His creativity, his charisma, his fearlessness, and his struggle inspire people around the world. Queen continues to be one of the most popular bands of all time. And Freddie Mercury is not just a legend, but a symbol of freedom, talent, and fortitude.